My name is Kyla and I work in growth here at Tafabot, and I make sure that everything that happens here in the HQ gets communicated to all of our Tafa fans all around the world. Now, I'm excited to show you guys the rest of the team. Let's go.
Hello everyone, I'm Irish and I work in operations here at Tafabot. I oversee all units and make sure we're always ready to give you the best training experience.
Hello guys, I'm Isra. I work in the growth department at Tafabot. I make sure that you have the best training experience. I provide you all the educational resources that you need.
Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Remy and I run product strategy and product design here at Tafabot. What that really means is I'm responsible for bringing out the new features, functions, and overall app experience for you guys as we grow.
Hi, my name is Soro. I'm an engineer at Tafabot. We make trade easy and smart for you.
Hey guys, my name is Gary. I work on development here at Tafabot to make sure that you have Tafam time on the app.
Hi guys, we're glad to have you at the Tafabot HQ. I'm Sam Benedict, CEO at Tafabot.
And now we'd like to introduce you to Mr. Dogecoin. He fuels all of our tummies and provides us with all of the snacks here at the Tafabot HQ. Now that you've met the core team here at the Tafabot HQ, we'd like to invite you to come swing by our office. We'll see you here at Business Bay, Dubai, UAE. Bye!
Hello Tafans, welcome once again. It's a beautiful new week and we're going to be jumping straight into the chat. What to expect if you're joining us for the first time, this is our live trading sections, and what we do with this section is to give you trade configurations that you can directly use in your Tafabot app to become profitable. We're going to jump straight into the chart. Before we do that, I want to state that during this section, we always do try to answer as much questions as possible, as much feedback as possible. So if you do have a question, you have a feedback, you want to send it straight into the Zoom chat. The chat is always open. We do try to answer as much as possible before the end of the section. While we go through the setup for last week, I also want to get more information from every other user who took the setup. So if you did take the setup from last week for Lena, for BTC, you want to let me know in the comment section on Zoom how many setup you have completed, what setup is left for you to complete, as that is going to give us more data to deal with as it relates to today's setup. So while we're having those entries into the Zoom chat, I'm going to show again what to expect. We keep giving you all the updates as it relates to the new Tafabot app. So I'm going to be showing you again what to expect and what is coming soon. So we do hope that you get the new Tafabot app this week. That is also going to be announced as soon as possible. Now, what you can see on my screen is the new app that you're going to be having, the current version of Tafabot. So a few things to note also is that the new version comes with an updated neural net multi-market bot. What this means is if you've been using neural nets before now, and maybe you've not had a trade for the past week or two, or you've not been making as much profit as the neural nets profit target is usually 10% in a month, there is an updated neural net that is going to be coming with a new app that also expand your profit capacity with neural net. It is super simple, super straightforward, and this can give over 20 or 30% profit depending on the market. So you want to look forward to an updated neural net, and it is so simple to set that up. As you can see on my screen, I'm going to be setting up a neural net. The first thing is what capital this neural net bot should use. So I'm going to go with the predefined 1,000, or I can customize the capital. And I'm going to go next. What market type do I want to trade it on? Spot or on futures? You can go for either one. Like we've always said, both are secure. Unlike trading with other bots that might have a different risk level with futures, for neural net, it's basically the same. So we can go for futures. And next, we want to select the exchange that we want to trade on. So you're going to see or your connected exchange at the top. If your exchange is not connected, you can directly click on it and connect that exchange that you want to use. So I'm going to use OKES. So go ahead, it shows me expected return, minimum expected return after 30 days of a neural net running. And straight up, we click on create a bot. It's not going to allow me create, of course, because I already have a neural net bot, as you only require one neural net bot to run all the market. Even if you're trading with $1 million, one bot is going to spread that capital over several markets. So you want to look forward to an updated neural net. At the same time, you also want to look forward to an updated Smart Invest bot with the new system. So basically, for those who are joining us for the first time, what the Smart Invest bot does is that it helps you to accumulate coins. So if you're looking forward to a bull market that could be happening in a month's time, in a year time, in 6 months' time, the Smart Invest bot is the perfect candidate for you. What it does is to accumulate the coin that you're hoping is going to be bullish in a particular time frame. So to set that up, I'm going to click on Get Started. Once again, I need to put in what capital I want to use Smart Invest for. So let's say I believe that BTC will go up, or let's say Ethereum. Ethereum is going to go up in the next 3 months. So let's create a strategy that buys Ethereum for us for the next 3 months. So I'm going to say, okay, I want to have $5,000 for the next 3 months buying Ethereum. I'm going to select Ethereum. So now it tells me what is the time frame: 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. So I'm going to say I want to accumulate Ethereum for the next 3 months. So it tells me what could be an expected gain based on Ethereum movements in the next 3 months. You could be seeing 20 to 25% expected gain. So I'm going to click next. Once again, I'm going to select an exchange, and it gives me the full stats of the bot I'm creating, both expected gain, what I should expect after the month is completed running. So this is something super, super amazing also with the updated Smart Invest. And when I click on activate this bot, creating your Ethereum Smart Invest, my bot is totally set up. So what this bot is going to do, if I do start it up, is going to start accumulating Ethereum for me over the next 3 months. This is the best hold strategy bot. If you're looking to hold some coins, this is the best bot you want to use. So you want to look forward to that also with the newly updated app. And we've also simplified the error log, so you don't have to miss a log when you have one. So what is an error log for those who are joining us for the first time? If you created your bot, you set it up, and there is an error, which could be that your API is incorrect, or your exchange is restricting you, or the market is suspended. There could be several reasons that the exchange wants to tell you about your account. So we made that also simplified with the new app to show you that directly on the bot. So if I click on my Sniper Matsingia bot, it tells me I have one error for that particular bot, not for every other bot. So it is very, very particular, and you're able to track when you need to take an action about any of your bots. So this and more are what you want to look forward to with the new app. And so much more is coming on the new app. Once again, for those who have already signed up for the mirror system, we're also preparing that. And for other users who are looking for a hands-free that you don't have to join this live setup that we're doing, all you need to do with the new app is to go to Mirror, and you're going to have a lot of traders that is directly integrated to this live setup. So when we do this live setup, all of the bots that you're going to find over here are already going to be integrated into the setup that we're doing for the day. So if you're copying any bot, you don't need to put a setup, you don't need to attend this live meeting, you don't need to lift a finger, and it is super simple just by clicking copy. And your bot will be up and running with no extra effort. So there's a lot more to expect with the new app, and we cannot wait for you to get it. There's a lot of feedback also. I'm going to go through this feedback, and we're going to jump into the market. A user said it will be helpful if Tafa tells users helps users in providing coins that can be used for setting up smart invests. Great idea. Yes, we should also look into that to know what market might have a potential upside in the next 3 months, 6 months, and you can start creating a smart invest for such market. That is a great idea. All right, a user said, I'm new here. I don't have a mentor and I am from Nigeria. I like someone from Nigeria, anyone in the group that can teach me how to get started. For user CMS, what you want to do is to join the community Telegram group. You're going to find users from all around the world, every region, every country on that group. So you want to send this message right there, and you're going to get a lot of users that is going to attend to that and guide you on how to get started. So for the group, I just posted that to you. So you want to look forward to that in the Zoom chat. I just sent you a message on that. All right, so you do not need to send your number over here. You just need to go through the group that I just sent, and you're going to have several leaders from your city region who are going to be ready to assist you on getting started. Amazing. Also, there are other feedback that SSP has completed all the setup. That's amazing. BTC has done 3 setup and closed the trade. That's amazing. If you're joining us for the first time, you want to let us know what setup that you're still on. Are you still on Lina? Are you still on SSP? If you're on any of those setup, how many do you have left to complete those setup? You want to send it into the Zoom chat right away. Okay, again, I'm going to reiterate the error log. The user is asking for that. So like I did say, we've simplified the error logs to be in one place, so you don't have to miss a log for any of your bots to know what to do. So if I do click on any of the bots that I'm running, I click on Sniper Bot, it tells me I have a 1 bot error to resolve, particularly for that Sniper Bot, and it doesn't relate to other bots. So if I click on it, it gives me more details about that. Tells me what the exchange wants me to know. This is from Binance Exchange. So I can say, okay, I've resolved this error. I can clear the log for that particular bot. So your logs are now bots pertaining to your bots in particular. Also, like we did say last time, we are no longer separating mirror bots and personal bots. So all of your bots goes into the bots page. So you don't have to go through mirror manage to find your bots like the current app. All of your bots stays on the same side as if you created the bot, and you're able to sort them out between bots that you're copying as a mirror or bots that you created yourself. So much to expect with the new app. All right, a user said BNB, ANKRO, MKRO are still open. That is amazing. Another user said, thanks, Sam. My KuCoin server error, what do I do? So for a lot of you users using KuCoin, you possibly got KuCoin server error. That is not from Tafabot. That is KuCoin telling you that at the point where your bots tried creating an action, there was a server error on KuCoin. You literally don't need to do anything. You just need to clear the bot. The next time the bot is going to run, even if you don't clear the log, if the error doesn't exist anymore, when it checks back to KuCoin, it's going to execute your trade. So what that simply means is KuCoin was having some server problem at that time. You don't need to take any action. Of course, it might slow your bot because the bot will not be able to perform the action, not because of the bot, but because of KuCoin. But when that clears out, it's going to perform the action it should do. Amazing. Several users still on SO, on BNB. We're going to look through those markets and tell you what to do about them. A user said, my SSP has done 13 strategy period. That is amazing. Remaining 7 more to go. A total of 20 strategy period. Sol has done 5. Amazing. Lina has done 8 strategy. That is amazing for a lot of users. All right. That is absolutely amazing. All right, so let's look through the trade and we're going to see what to expect more and how we're moving forward with the market. Now, if you've noticed today, we didn't pre-send any setup for today, and we're going to see the reason for that. So straight away, let's jump into the chart, guys. So first and foremost, like we did discuss, is the BTC having the dump that has already started happening. From the point we called that, BTC has done a 3.7% drop at that point. So if you have the BTC set up, you should have done 3 or more strategy period. Now, like we did post earlier, most of the altcoins are not following the same dump sequence, and we're going to look through those altcoins and see why that is happening and what we can do about that. So first on BTC, what we do expect, like we've always communicated the past week, is that BTC tries to find support first around this angle of the 27-28K. And once we do break below that, what we do expect from BTC is a major support at around 25K. Now, this is something to note, that the bulls, like we did explain, are defending the price. And there's a reason why every time BTC tries to dump, like we've caught the dump the past days, they almost try to buy it up back. This is one of the first time that the dump is still standing without bulls buying it back. Now, the reason why a lot of bulls are buying up the dump is that if BTC does break below 29K, there is no other support for BTC up until 25K. So from 29 below is going to be a free fall to 25,400. And if BTC doesn't hold that, then we'll possibly see 20K again. So the bulls are trying to defend that, because once they do lose grip of that support, it's going to be a free fall. And that is now where most of our altcoin setup comes into play. If we go to the BTC money flow, we're going to see that it has lost a large money flow of 4.7% right now, but it's currently at a money flow support, which you can find over here. And this is the point that bulls need to defend. They need to make sure that the BTC money flow never drops beyond this point. A drop beyond this point becomes a free flow up until 43.9% zone of money flow. Now, that is what is going to trigger BTC to around 25K if they don't hold this setup right over here. So one of the things we want to note about today's setup and the market structure is that if the boost holds this money flow, we might want to review most of our altcoin setup. Now, so all of our altcoin setup are basically depending on this money flow here. If bulls are able to hold it, then we're good. If they hold the flow, we have to review our setup on the short. If they can't, then we're going to be riding a lot of short position. Now, so far, they are still defending that, but they are not able to hold it as there's a lot of sell pressure. Now, while we do see the money flow happening with BTC, we don't see the same happening with altcoin. And like we did say over the past weeks, that altcoin is going to experience a mini bull market, which has already started. But we are not taking most of those long trade because there's so much more that altcoin can do. Altcoin could go 10%, 20%, 30, 50 in maximum. There's so little percentage in the upward movements that a lot of the altcoin can push to despite the bull market. But there's a large percentage downward that if the market fails, that they are able to go. So for example, an altcoin could go 10, 20%, but if BTC does fail, that altcoin has a 50% drop capacity and even more drop capacity. So we are not seeing money leaving altcoin right now. Altcoin is pretty strong, pretty stable, which is why a lot of the altcoins are not dumping yet. But what could be happening behind the scene on the scenario here is the market is showing a lot of traders that altcoin is a safe haven, which is going to cost a lot of money moving into altcoin. At that point, most of the support holding altcoins could be removed possibly, and altcoin is going to experience a free fall, which is going to trap a lot of traders. Now, we don't want to be trapped in that kind of setup. So if you're taking a long setup, you want to make sure it's a setup for a very short strategy that is just taking profits and not returning back until you do believe the setup very, very much. So right now, you just find altcoin static here, money flow super strong, all depending if BTC can hold this flow. If it does break beyond here, I do believe that we could see a possible altcoin force sell that is going to pull altcoin money flow back around this point. Now, if we go back to the dollar flow, you already see the support holding once more, like we called it on Friday, and that is already beginning to push back upward. Now, as that push upward, we could see a lot of decline on altcoins. So looking back at all the altcoins we did take, we had Sol that started around here, and the pump has been able to push Sol a little bit above about 5 to 6% move from here. So if you're still on that setup, the best option to do is to still stick to the short setup at this point. You don't want to then get long at this point. Like I just explained, you have higher risks with long in the market at this point, even if the market decides to go bullish. So if you're not on a setup yet, after this meeting, we're also going to be posting the setup again for others who didn't take it to take. So you also want to take a Sol setup again. If you didn't take it, you can click start a Sol setup right away in this meeting to start running. Then we also have SSP. SSP is one of the market that's also dropped 6% from the point we called it. And we still believe that it still has more downward movement to go, although this is also depending on BTC holding that money flow zone that we talked about. Once that breaks out of it, we're going to see a free fall also on SSP. Then we have Lina that has been on a continuous free fall. If you're taking the Lina trade, you should just be taking a lot of profit, strategies completing. We started Lina around here. It has done an 8% drop, and it still has more capacity to drop. Plus, Lina money flows are totally dried out. There's no new money getting in yet. So that is still a good candidate for short. You can click start a short right on this call. Then we have MKRO, which we've been calling a bull market for the last 3 weeks. And finally, it's gained the momentum to be able to push forward, but it is still not strong enough to stay on a long position with MKRO. Once again, this still is a candidate for short. We're still going to send all of this setup again, but it is good that you understand the concept of the setup before we do send them. So this is also a candidate to click start a short on right away to start running. Then we have Dodge, which has done a little bit pump, but it's still back to the point we started Dodge. This is the zone we call Dodge. So right now, you also want to kickstart a Dodge setup to start taking profits on the short zone. We also have BNB that was able to trigger about 5% upward. And right now it is dropping back to the zone where we started BNB from. So that is also a good candidate for short, as well as MKRO. If you're on MKRO, MKRO has not been able to go above our setup. So that is one of the market like Lina that has continuously dumped. So that is also a perfect candidate for short. So all of the setup about short are still 100% valid, but they are only depending on what is the possibility that could happen around this zone over here. So all we do expect is BTC able to withhold this zone of money supply. If it does lose this dominance around here, then we're going to be seeing a free fall happening in the markets. Once again, all the setup are live and valid. You can kickstart them. But if BTC does retract from this zone, we might have to review the setup again, see what setup we can cut off, or see what setup we are able to manage despite if the market decides to go bullish. I hope that is absolutely clear. I do have more feedback and questions As I said, from the trade from last week, is it safe to take any, just like I explained right now? And also, if you're joining late, this video is going to be up on YouTube 30 minutes after this call. You want to watch it again to know what to do, what we did explain over here. Okay, another user Soul has completed 4 trade, MKRO, and the rest. All right. A user said, can we look at Ocean? That is not in our schedule of markets. If we do have time, maybe we're going to look into it. All right, another user said, good day, CTO. Thanks for the great work. Solana and MKRO is with -2, but has done up to 7 strategy. That is amazing. So like I did explain, for all of this market, you already know what to expect from them. You can kickstart strategies again. But we're always going to be watching for what BTC does at this level, which we are. This is the most critical level. A breakout out of this level into 29K at the dot. There is no support like you can see over here. It's going to be a free fall. So all of the market is going to dump. It doesn't matter if altcoin is bullish, there's going to be a free fall for dump. But at the point BTC ever finds support, we want to make sure we are not in any altcoin shorts at that point. A user say, why is auto deleverage not in the Tafabot app as promised? I guess you're joining us either for the first time since we've been reviewing this app. I'm going to share the app once again. So for the user Kingsley, I believe you can see my screen. So I'm going to go straight into setting up a bot. So if I click on edit, you want to see the setup here. It gives me 2 options. Auto deleverage and auto leverage. So they're totally inside the app. So you should expect that. And also setting up your bot is also simpler with the new app, as you don't need to manually configure the bots anymore. All you need to do is enter the price movements, the average movements, the take profits, submit, and your bot is created. You don't need to manually enter the martingale structure, the configurations. Those are automatically done right now. All right, I hope that is absolutely clear. As I said, please, sir, I'm new to this type of trading. Can you get someone to walk me through? Once again, for that user, what you want to do is to send a message to the community group. I just sent that to you in the chat. And there are several users that is going to be guiding you through how to get started. Amazing. A user said, I can't wait for the new app. The app is direct to the moon non-stop. That is super, super amazing. So these are stuff to expect. And one of the perks of being a Tafabot leader is if you're a leader here, I'm just going to give an insider information to other users. For most of the leaders that you know, they already do have the new Tafabot app. So these are part of the reasons that you want to be part of Tafabot leadership system. And by leadership system, it means you're part of the people building the Tafa community, either online or offline, and you're driving the Tafa news. Once you're part of those persons, you're going to be invited into the Tafabot community leadership cycle, and you're going to enjoy exclusive benefits, one of which is to have pre-access to new Tafabot products. So if you know a leader here, you want to ask the leader, can I see the new app? They possibly already have the new app running for them. All right, we're going to head back into the setup again. I believe that is clear. And we're going to see for all the feedbacks, answer a couple of them, and we're going to call it a day for today. So once more, to iterate again, all of the setup, like I just called, you want to start it up from Sol to SSP to Lena to MKRO to Dodge to BNB to ANKRO, all of the setup. And also BTC is quite breaking off that zone. So we're already seeing a lot of altcoins dropping. Sol was trying to pump, right now it's dropping again. SSP is dropping, Lena is dropping more. MKRO is dropping also because BTC is almost breaking out of the 29K zone that is going to cause it to have a free fall. around this zone. So those are stuff to look forward to. Set up the bot. We're also going to send the setup right after this call. Thank you so much, Stefan. Once again, let's go print some money with Tafabot. Let's go print some money with Tafabot. As I said, please remember those having problem with bots taking profit on time. Let me clarify on that. There are possibly two reasons why a user could have the problem. Number one reason is that your exchange could be having a problem at that time. It could be a limit problem, not limit for Tafabots at this point. There are two types of limits that the exchange give. Number one is the limit as it relates to the bot frequency, which Tafabot handles, right? And then there's a limit as it relates to your personal account API. So there are times that the exchange could tell your API to have a sleep for like 1 minute or 5 seconds, 20 seconds. So that could be a possible reason. This is not your bot speed at this point. Then there's the bot speed. Now, one thing to note, if this is going to come as a good news to you, is that with the new app, the bot speed is 100% eliminated and everyone has an equal bot speed to share from in the profits. So if you do have your trade not closing on profit in time, that will be relating to the exchange at that particular time. So one thing you're going to notice with the new app is your bot speed is cleared and you have equal bot speed to use. There are other perks that comes also in the new app that you're going to find out when you do access the app as it relates to what are the difference between different license and what are the new functions we added to each license pair. Amazing. I see a lot of excitement already in the group. Wow, this is good news about bot speed. You want to go spread that news into the community group. For those who don't join the call, you want to spread that news, and we're going to call it a day for today. And for those also who have not taken the setup, you want to look forward to the group right after this call for the setup for today. And you do understand the concept as to what the setup should be like. Okay, as I said, I applied for the mirror ownership leader, but I've not received the new bots. You want to reach out to bdd@tafabot.com and you should get some response as it relates to that. There's now a lot of question about the new app. Just after mentioning the speed, when do we get the new app? We do hope that you get the new app this week. We've done all our parts on that. We're just waiting for approval from the stores. Good news always for Android users. It is already approved for Android users, and Android users will be able to download it in the next few days. We are only waiting for iOS users to kickstart at the same time as Android. So the good news is you should have the app by this week. So we're going to call it a day, and we're going to continue this conversation in the community Telegram group. There's a lot of excitement already in the Zoom chat. You want to extend those excitements into the community group, and let's gear up for the new Tafabot revolution. Thank you so much, Stefan. Let's go print some money once again and have a lovely day.